Hey, it's Wei, and today we are going to be reviewing Mamamoo's Aya, and we'll be judging it off of four criteria: the song, the dancing, the production value, and the X factor. And at the very end, I'll give you my score and we'll go from there. So let's check it out. So right off the bat, we're getting a very ethnic feel, a very like Egyptian kind of feel. Yeah. Very very ethnic Egyptian feel, and this the sets are so beautiful in terms of the color as well. Like they know what they're trying to do with the color, and like the attention to detail for the set pieces. Like it's like it's crazy to think about the amount of work that would have to go into setting this up before they even start filming. It's really something. The song's building up now. It's nice, lots of passion. Now we're going to the drop. It's nice how when they go to the drop, they don't give you like a really like hard hitting drop that you would expect, but rather they subvert it and give you like a very like low key drop that's still intense but without, you know, all that instrumentation. And then they get more into that, so it's like a second drop that happens now. I like the passion and intensity. Now we're going to like more groovy, funky vibe. Switch up to some rapping. I don't know what's going on with the unibrow. It's nice though, because they're like they know what they're trying to get across with the story. Now we're going into the drop again, probably that soft, subverted drop. Yeah. But yeah, these set pieces are so like grand and like big. It's just crazy. Because you don't really think about it when you're watching, you know, K-pop music videos. Like oftentimes we probably take it for granted, but it's like so much work goes into all this stuff even before the performances. It's cool how they were just singing like almost like acoustic a cappella, just go back into more intense instrumentation. Now we have like a whole like change up in the vibe. Like feels very like vocey. Now we have the drop, also more like a trappy vibe, and like inclusion of like all the dancers, you know, the climax. Wow, okay, well let's get into it. So let's talk about the song. Things I liked about the song. I liked how they were, you know, their focus was this term, you know, Aya, which, you know, like you know, I'm Chinese, so like it's commonly used to describe like if someone's like done something wrong or like they have a headache, they're like Aya. So it's nice how they were able to make use of, you know, a term like that and to kind of bring something that's like common slang into a song and bringing a new feel, a new vibe to that. I like how like this is not a type of song that you hear too often because it's more ethnic and they use instrumentation and melodies that are not really, I guess, natural or expected in K-pop. So it's really nice that they were able to bring that new angle but still maintain the K-pop vibe and still maintain, you know, their own personalities and skills and bring that across through this lens. So that was really cool. In terms of the progression of the song, I like how they were able to build up and then have moments where they're gonna go to the drop, and you think it's gonna be like a crazy like boom ba boom boom boom, like crazy, like lots of basses, lots of kicks, lots of snares, but then they subvert that and they give you like a light drop with a little bit of 808s and some like moments with no instrumentation besides just like the flute in the background, and then they hit you with the next part where it is more of that drop where you're getting more of what you want, the expectation of, okay, the drop's coming, I want to get that, but you don't get that right away. You get a little bit, and then it gets you with the second time around, and you do get that drop, and it's like, okay, yeah, this is what I'm here for. And so I think they did a very good job of distributing these different moments and having moments where they're just singing a cappella, and then going back to the instrumentation and the the basses and the 808s, and then us going into the last stretch where they shift the vibe of the song completely and getting like this like kind of like party vibe where we get all the people coming together to perform with Mamamoo. So the song, I really liked it. I like how they were able to just make a cool song, add their style, perform it well, and keep us interested. So overall, I'd have to give them an 8 for this song. In terms of the dancing, I think they did very well with the dancing. I think that, like, for a group like Mamamoo, like, they're veterans, like, they know what they're doing, and they perform the dancing to an extent where they killed every moment, I would say, and it was very well executed, and the song really matches the dancing, so it complements it very well. I really enjoyed that. So I would have to give the dancing a 9. And production value. So production value in terms of the sets, like, since this is like more like ethnic, more Egyptian kind of theme, they need to make all of these sets from scratch because we're not using modern sets or anything like that. And so there's so many different things that they need to fill this large space with to make it completely give you that vibe and not feel like it's missing anything or empty or it feels half-assed. The fact that they were able to go all the way and have these sets that really get the point across in the song and the theme and the story of what they're trying to tell is like really impressive, because that's not easy. They had a lot of different lighting situations with the different sets, and the coloring, I think that also made it stand out a lot, especially the coloring, because it's one thing to have a set, to have a set in a tent or something to recreate like a palace, but to fill it with light and color to give it life and feeling, they did a really good job of that. And they were able to have like almost a different set for each one of the girls, so you had like a different vibe for each of them, and like the fact that they could do that was really well done. I really dig how they went the distance, and like just the things that we're seeing in terms of the textures and the detail and intricacies, and like intricacies with the walls and the tapestries, or like with the pole, with the background, with the tiger fabrics in the tent, or in the room where we had all that light coming through the holes in the walls. Like these are things where each one of these small details had to be filled. So they did a really good job with that. And also with the costumes, since this is like a more like thematic music video, they had to really go through the costumes, and I think they killed it with the costumes as well. So overall, I'm really blown away by the production value. Like, this must have been like pretty expensive to put together, so I'd have to give it a 10. In terms of the X factor, the song is different. It's giving you a new kind of feel and vibe, and they did a really good job with that. And the dancing complements it so well. The production value is through the roof, and all this put together, and more importantly, the skills that these girls are bringing to their performances and their years of experience and leaving everything on the floor, it creates an amazing experience. So X Factor, I think it's got to be a 10. So let's tally up the scores. So what we're looking at is 9.25, and I think it's very well deserved because it was really well done. So I'd love to hear what you think. Do you think it was worth 9.25 or more or less? Let me know. And if you watched until this point, I really want to thank you for sticking around, and I'd really love if you could, subscribe and show some love, because it'll help the channel rank higher so that we can make more great content for you, and I'd hate for you to miss that. So we'll see you soon.